Almost a year ago, I showed some gameplay footage from the upcoming Streets of Chaos from Bonfa Games, and now I'm bringing back more information and footage of this amazing game. And I can finally reveal that I'm part of the team and I'm helping develop the combat in this game, but before I forget, hi, I am Savino, and this is The Flying Kick. Streets of Chaos has been in development for quite some time. This was first a passion project from the developer, but now the game is in full swing to be released at some point next year. We are aiming for Q3, but things can change and be delayed, so don't take it for granted. So, what's the Streets of Chaos? Well, as you can see on your screen and by the thumbnail, this is a homage to the 16-bit games from the good and old Mega Drive, more specifically to Streets of Rage if the name didn't give it away already. The first thing I want to draw your attention to here is the many display modes the game has to offer. Here you will have not only your traditional 2D view of every beat'em up, but you can switch to a 2.5D view, giving real depth to the game. You can also select a pixel perfect mode and a CRT filter if that's your thing. I like to play in the 2.5D mode because the depth makes some of the moves more interesting in my opinion, but here in this video I will show a little bit of each mode as I explain the combat. Streets of Chaos has planned 3 main characters. Franco is currently the most complete character in the game and has most of the moves finished. There are still few things to add to him, but he is perfectly playable as is. Franco is your all-around guy, good at everything but not exceeding in anything in particular. Sophie is halfway finished, she still needs some throws, specials and some extra moves to spice things up. She will be obviously the faster one in the bunch with quick moves, high reach and the ability to kick enemies on both of her sides when finishing a combo. And there's Sergeant Manuel, who for now is not really in a state the developer would like to show, but he will be, you guessed it, the grappler of the bunch. There is still a lot of work to be done with him, but trust me, he will be a heck of a grappler. But how's the combat? Well, here you have your light attack, a strong attack, a jump, a grab, a block, which is also a dodge. You can also run by tapping the directional twice, and you can have different attacks depending on the attack you use. You also have this little move here that you can perform by pressing up, down and attack. The idea is to avoid complex directional inputs, but I feel like these are planned. And they are very forgiving, trust me, I am terrible at these commands and I can pull them very easily here. Your special can also be used in different ways, including using them with directional inputs for extra damage. The idea here is to make a free-form combat where the player can create their combos as they see fit, not requiring them to follow predetermined inputs, but sure, some combinations of attacks will surely be more effective than others. And to help you with your combos, there will be a ton of weapons, from regular boxes, barrels and pipes to everything else. Stones, bricks, tires, sticks, rocks, firearms and even a shield, which is currently extra OP, but don't tell the dev I showed you that. Weapons like sticks and pipes can be used with your strong attack to throw the enemy into the background, just like Vendetta, which is always cool. Another cool thing is that when you break a wooden box, you get a wooden stick. It's 2 weapons for the price of 1. There will be a bunch of enemies too. So far they are still in development, so their AI is far from ready. Their moves need still some tweaks and in some cases full implementation, but things are going well. The game will be playable to up to 2 players locally. There are plans to add online and more players, but this will need more time to be implemented, so don't expect this type of features at launch. There will be 8 levels in the game, taking around 10 minutes to finish, which is a great length for a modern beat'em up, and there will be other modes at launch like arcade and a training room, survival, versus modes and a boss rush. There are also plans to add more modes post-launch, but we will have to see what happens before thinking about these extra modes. Streets of Chaos has everything to be an amazing game. The combat is getting great, showing a ton of variety, and 3 characters that, trust me, will be amazing to play as. I'm not trying to blow my own horn here, after all I'm helping to develop the combat, but the combat here is already feeling great. Sure, you can see that the game still has a long way to go, there are a bunch of small glitches to fix, and this level, which will be the first one, still needs some embellishment. As I said, the game is set to be released next year, and while this is not official, I think any time between Q3 and Q4 is the most probable. From now on, you guys will be seeing more content about this game here on the channel, but don't worry, this will not become a channel for the game. If you want to help the developer, the link for the Steam store is in the description and you can wishlist it now. If you want to help me, like, subscribe and comment below. There are also some other means to support my work here directly if you can, like super chats and membership. I will be back pretty soon to continue the series about Halloween games, and in the meanwhile, I hope you all have an awesome day, and remember, keep it up.